my dear children. Come near to me and rest your weary souls in my presence. Imagine the stillness of a chapel at dawn, when the world is quiet and the first rays of light pour gently through stained glass, painting the room with colors of heaven. The altar candles flicker, their soft glow rising like a prayer, and the hush of a distant bell calls you to remember that I am here. In this holy stillness, you are safe. In this sacred pause, you are seen. I know the longing you carry, the ache that lies deep within you, the hidden wounds no one else can see. And I tell you now, beloved ones, that my hand is upon you. My hand is not harsh or heavy, but tender, steady, and filled with life. My hand rests gently on your wounded heart, and in that touch there is restoration, there is healing, there is peace. Do not turn away from me, for I am near. I will not leave you. As the sunlight pierces through the stained glass to brighten the dark corners, so my love pierces through your shadows to bring warmth, comfort, and renewal. Stay with me, my dear children, for I am about to pour over you a word of healing that will not fail. I speak to you because I love you. I speak to you because I know what you have carried for so long. Some of you have prayed for the healing of your body, asking me to ease the pain that weakens you. Others have prayed for the healing of your heart, asking me to mend what has been broken by loss, betrayal, or sorrow. Still others long for spiritual healing, to be restored in the depths of your soul, where you have felt distant, empty, or forgotten. My dear children, nothing within you is hidden from me. I see it all, and I hold you close even now. The purpose of this message is simple: to remind you that I am the Lord who heals. My promise to you is not fragile, nor is my power faint. I will restore health to you, and I will bind up your wounds. My word is true, and it cannot return empty. Remain in my presence as I unfold this truth to you, and let my spirit quiet your anxious heart. My dear children, hear my voice. I will restore health to you and heal your wounds, declares the Lord, as it is written in Jeremiah 30:17. This is not a distant hope, but a living promise. When your body aches, I am the one who knit you together in your mother's womb, and I know how to renew what is broken. When your heart bleeds from sorrow, I am the one who gathers every tear in a bottle, and I will wipe them from your eyes. When your spirit feels crushed, I am the one who breathes new life into dry bones, making them rise again in strength. I am your healer, not only of flesh, but of soul and spirit. My healing may not always come in the way or in the time you expect, but it always comes in the fullness of my wisdom. Sometimes I touch your body and pain flees. Sometimes I touch your heart, and the bitterness melts into forgiveness. Sometimes I touch your soul, and the emptiness fills with peace. My dear children, every touch of mine is perfect, and it never fails to accomplish what I send it forth to do. Picture my hand upon you now, steady and sure. Not a hand that condemns, but a hand that comforts. Not a hand that pushes down, but a hand that lifts up. Not a hand that wounds, but a hand that restores. My hand is gentle upon your wounded heart, and as you yield to my touch, you will feel the warmth of heaven's love flowing into your deepest places. Let the imagery surround you, a river of living water flowing through the desert of your pain, a soft light breaking through the storm clouds of despair, a father's embrace after a long journey home. These are not just images, they are the reality of my presence with you. Do not be afraid, my dear children. Your healing is not beyond reach. I am the God who made the blind see, the lame walk, and the broken whole. I am the God who raised the dead to life, and I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. If I could restore life from the grave, can I not restore hope to your heart? If I could speak creation into existence with a word, can I not speak renewal over your soul? My beloved ones, your pain does not define you. My healing does. Remember also the words I have spoken. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Let those words settle in your spirit, for they are my invitation to you. You do not carry your healing alone. You do not strive for it with your own strength. It is my gift to you, freely given through my love. Rest, my dear children, in the assurance that I am for you and never against you. Do not doubt my timing. The seed does not bloom the same day it is planted, yet in time it bursts forth into life. So too will my healing touch bring forth fruit in your life. Trust me in the waiting. Trust me in the silence. Trust me even when your eyes do not yet see what your heart longs for I am working in ways far greater than you know. I bind up the wounds of your past. I untangle the knots of your fear. I silence the voices of shame that accuse you. I am the one who speaks a new word over you, a word of life, a word of healing, a word of peace. My dear children, lift up your eyes and see that I am near. My hand rests gently upon you, and I will never let you go. My dear children, I know how often you have whispered in the quiet of your room, Lord, will you heal me? You have wondered if I hear, if I see, if I care. Let me tell you plainly, I hear every cry, I see every tear. I care more deeply than you can imagine. I am not far from you. I am near to the broken-hearted, and I save those who are crushed in spirit. Do not measure my care by what you feel in the moment. My love is deeper than your emotions, more steady than your shifting thoughts, more faithful than your doubts. I want you to rest in this truth. Nothing you suffer is unseen, and nothing you endure is wasted in my hands. Even when the pain has lingered longer than you hoped, I have been weaving my purposes. Healing, my dear children, is not only about removing pain, it is about restoring wholeness. Wholeness is when your body, soul, and spirit align in peace with me. Sometimes the greater healing is what happens inside your heart while you wait. Sometimes the truest healing is the strength of faith that grows in your soul as you cling to me in the night. My healing comes in layers, like sunlight gently warming the earth after a long winter. First a glimmer of warmth, then the thaw of frozen places, then blossoms that slowly open. Trust my pace, for I know the exact measure of what you need and when. If I gave you everything at once, it might overwhelm you, but my touch is always precise, perfect, and loving. Think of the woman who pressed through the crowd just to touch the hem of my son's garment. She believed that even the smallest touch could bring healing, and she was right, for power flowed out from him, and she was made whole. My dear children, it is the same for you now. You do not need to perform or prove yourself worthy. You need only to reach out in faith. Even the faintest cry, the weakest prayer, the smallest touch of trust, I honor it, and I pour my life into you. My word is not empty. When I say, I will restore health to you, I mean it. Restoration is not a patchwork repair. It is a making new. When I bind up your wounds, I do not leave scars of shame, but marks of grace. What was broken becomes a testimony of my mercy. What was wounded becomes a place of my glory. You will be able to say, I once was crushed, but the Lord lifted me up. I once was weak, but His strength became mine. My healing is also eternal. Though your outward body may fade, your inner being is renewed day by day. This is why my servant Paul wrote, our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. You see, beloved, even what you cannot fully understand now is preparing you for everlasting joy. Let me remind you of something precious. I am not only the healer of your wounds, I am the keeper of your soul. Nothing can snatch you from my hand, not sickness, not sorrow, not loss, not fear. You are mine, and because you are mine, you are safe. The storms may rage, but I am your anchor. The fire may burn, but I am your shield. The night may be long, but I am your light. My dear children, take a deep breath in this moment. Feel the weight of my peace settle upon you like a soft blanket. Let the noise of the world fade away, and hear only my voice. I speak calm to your storm. I whisper hope into your despair. I breathe courage into your weakness. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are loved with an everlasting love. Do not be discouraged if healing unfolds slowly. Even the great oak begins as a tiny seed. Every step you take with me, every prayer you lift, every moment you surrender to my care is part of your healing journey. One day you will look back and see that I was guiding each step, carrying you when you could not walk, strengthening you when you felt faint. I am the same God who touched lepers and made them clean, who gave sight to the blind, who raised the widow's son, who called Lazarus out of the tomb. I am the same God who speaks to you now, promising life and wholeness. Let faith rise in your heart, not because of what you see, but because of who I am. I am faithful, I am true, I am your Father. So rest now, my dear children. Rest in the knowledge that my hand is upon your heart. Rest in the assurance that my love is healing what is broken. Rest in the promise that I will never let you go. You are my beloved, and my healing touch is already at work within you. Hold fast to me, and you will see my goodness in the land of the living. My dear children, healing begins not only when pain departs, but when hope takes root. I want you to lift your eyes beyond the weight of your affliction and see that I am with you in every moment. Even in the nights when sleep escapes you, when worry circles your mind, when sorrow grips your chest, I am not absent. I sit beside your bed, I watch over your restless heart, and I whisper peace that you may not yet hear. But know this, my presence never leaves you. You often ask why pain remains for a time, why healing does not always come in the way you imagine. My dear children, healing is more than the removal of hurt. It is the transformation of the heart. When I allow you to walk through the valley, I do so not to harm you, but to deepen your roots in me. In your weakness, you discover my strength. In your questions, you find my wisdom. In your emptiness, you receive my fullness. Trust that even what feels like delay is part of my perfect design. I heal not only bodies, but memories. Many of you carry wounds that no medicine can treat, the words that pierced your spirit, the betrayals that left scars, the losses that stole joy. These wounds are deep, yet my touch reaches deeper still. I place my hand upon the hidden places, and I whisper over you, "Peace, be still." I remind you that the voices of accusation are silenced in my presence. Shame cannot cling to you, for I have washed you clean. Guilt cannot chain you, for I have set you free. My healing is not partial, it is complete. Imagine, my dear children, a broken vessel lying shattered on the floor. To human eyes it seems beyond repair. But in my hands those fragments are gathered, cleansed, and sealed together by my grace. Not only do I restore what was broken, I make it more radiant than before. Where cracks once were, light now shines. This is what I do for your soul. I transform the very places of your pain into testimonies of my power. I want you to picture a gentle river flowing through a parched land. The ground has been dry, cracked, lifeless. But when the waters come, new shoots break forth, flowers bloom, life returns. My healing flows like that river. It reaches the driest corners of your being, reviving what seemed lost, breathing life where all felt barren. Stay near to me, and you will see new fruit in due season. My dear children, do not fear the journey of healing. It may take time, but I walk with you step by step. You may stumble, but I uphold you with my righteous right hand. You may feel weak, but I supply fresh strength each morning. Healing is not something you must strive to earn. It is my gift. Simply open your heart and receive. I know some of you fear that healing is not meant for you, that others may be restored, but you will remain broken. Cast away that lie. My love does not play favorites. My mercy reaches all who call on me. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands, and I will not forget you. Let my words in Jeremiah 30:17 be etched into your heart. I will restore health to you and heal your wounds. These are not empty promises. They are declarations of my heart. Believe them, hold on to them, repeat them in the silence of your nights. Speak them aloud when fear presses against you. My word is living and active. It breathes life wherever it is received. When I touch you, it is with tenderness. A physician may treat the symptom, but I, your Father, heal the source. I go to the root of your pain, the very center of your hurt, and I pour in my spirit like oil on a wound. I do not rush the process, for I know what your soul needs at every moment, but be assured I will finish the work I begin in you. My dear children, remember how my son reached out his hand to the leper. Others turned away, but he drew near, touching the untouchable, cleansing the unclean. That same compassion flows toward you today. Others may not understand the depth of your hurt, but I do. Others may not know the scars you carry, but I see. And still, I touch you without hesitation, because my love has no fear, and my mercy has no limits. Do not measure healing only by what you feel instantly. Sometimes the first sign is simply the peace that enters your soul. Sometimes it is the weight of anxiety lifting slowly from your chest. Sometimes it is the quiet assurance that though the storm still rages, you are no longer afraid. These are my touches too, gentle yet powerful. I want you to take courage, my dear children. Healing is not a distant dream. It is your present reality in me. Whether your body is restored today, whether your heart is mended over time, whether your soul finds sudden release, it is all my work, and it is all good. Your story is not one of defeat, but of restoration. Your wounds will not define you. My healing touch will. My dear children, when you walk through the valleys of pain, never believe the lie that you are walking alone. I am the shepherd who goes before you, who guides you beside still waters, who restores your soul. When your legs grow weary, I carry you close to my heart. When the shadows of fear surround you, my rod and my staff comfort you. Every breath you take, every tear that falls, every step you make, I am with you. You are never abandoned. I want you to know that my healing touch is not bound by distance, not limited by time, not restrained by circumstance. Even as you listen to my words now, my spirit moves over you like a gentle wind. Just as the breeze brushes your face without being seen, so my presence rests on you in quiet strength. Receive it, my dear children. Breathe deeply and let my peace fill the places where anxiety once ruled. Many of you long for physical healing. You feel the ache in your bones, the weight of sickness, the limitations of your body. Hear me clearly. I know your frame, for I formed you. I numbered every hair on your head. I knit together every fiber of your being. Do not think I am distant from your pain. My Son bore stripes upon his back so that healing could flow to you. When you cry out in weakness, I cradle you in strength. Whether I choose to restore your body in this life or give you new life in eternity, you are already healed in my love. For in me wholeness is certain, and in me resurrection is sure. But healing is not only for the body. Many of you carry emotional wounds that weigh heavier than flesh. Words spoken against you still echo in your memory. Rejection and betrayal still whisper lies in your heart. Loss still aches like an unhealed scar. My dear children, let me place my hand there. Let me touch the tender places you try to hide. My love is the balm that soothes the deepest bruise. My mercy is the oil that softens the hardest scar. My spirit is the comfort that wraps around you when loneliness presses in. I want you to remember that I am the God who binds up the brokenhearted. I gather the fragments of your soul and make you whole. Like a master craftsman, I take the pieces others have discarded, and I create beauty beyond imagining. The world may have told you that you are shattered beyond repair, but I say you are precious, chosen, beloved. Do not believe the voices of despair. Believe the voice of your Father who calls you healed and whole. Spiritual healing, too, is my gift. There are moments when your soul feels distant, when prayer feels dry, when faith feels faint. My dear children, in those moments I do not turn away. I bend low to lift you up. I breathe new fire into your weary heart. I remind you that nothing can separate you from my love, not sin, not shame, not doubt, not fear. When you confess your weakness, I clothe you in my strength. When you stumble, I lift you. When you wander, I call you home. Healing is not a reward for perfection. It is the embrace of a father for his beloved children. Think of the prodigal who returned home with nothing but shame. He expected rejection, but instead he found arms wide open, a robe of honor, a feast of joy. That is my heart for you. When you return to me, I do not scold. I restore. When you draw near, I do not push away. I embrace. Healing flows in my embrace, my dear children, and it never runs dry. Lift your eyes to the cross, for there you see the fullness of my healing love. The wounds my Son bore became the very source of your healing. His blood speaks a better word than every accusation. His sacrifice covers every sin, every failure, every wound. There is no pain you endure that he does not understand, no sorrow he has not carried, no grief he has not borne. Because he lives, you are not bound by despair. Because he rose, you are destined for restoration. I remind you again, I will restore health to you and heal your wounds. This promise is for you, not for another only. Do not say, perhaps for them, but not for me. Say instead, the Lord has spoken, and his word is for me. My dear children, claim my promises, not by striving, but by resting. Trust not in your own strength, but in my faithful heart. Even now, as you rest in my presence, I am mending what is unseen. Like a potter shaping clay, I am forming beauty in the midst of brokenness. Like a gardener tending vines, I am pruning away what hinders life so that fruit may flourish. Like a shepherd carrying a lamb, I am holding you near until you are strong again. So let peace wash over you. Let hope rise within you. Let faith anchor you. Healing is not far. It is here. For I am here. And I am your healer, your restorer, your Father who loves you with an everlasting love. My dear children, do not underestimate the quiet work I do within you. Many of you look for signs, for outward proof that healing has come. Yet the most profound healings begin in places unseen. When you wake one morning with peace instead of fear, that is my healing. When forgiveness rises where bitterness once lived, that is my healing. When you find strength to stand where once you could only weep, that is my healing. I want you to see healing not only as an event, but as a journey with me. Every step you take by faith is part of my restoration. Every tear you surrender becomes a seed I water with grace. Every prayer you whisper in the night ascends before my throne and moves my heart. Healing is not distant. It is unfolding with every moment you rest in my love. Some of you carry wounds from years long past. Old memories still sting like fresh cuts. Words spoken over you as a child still echo as chains. You wonder if it is too late for those places to be restored. Hear me. Nothing is too old for my renewal. Nothing too hidden for my light. Nothing too broken for my touch. I step into your past with the same authority I hold over your future. I declare over every moment of your story that my love reigns. The places of deepest pain can become the very places where my glory shines brightest. My dear children, healing also comes through trust. Trust me when you do not see the answer. Trust me when prayers seem delayed. Trust me when the waiting stretches longer than you imagined. I am never late, and I am never careless. My timing is perfect, and my purposes are always good. Even when you do not understand, my plans are for your welfare, not for harm, to give you a future and a hope. Let the image of my hand on your heart remain with you. Feel its weight gentle, steady, reassuring. That hand holds galaxies, yet it rests tenderly upon you. That hand stretched out the heavens, yet it wipes away your tears. That hand formed mountains, yet it binds your wounds. I am mighty enough to command the stars, yet personal enough to cradle your pain. Think of a storm-tossed sea, my dear children. Waves crash, winds roar, darkness surrounds. Yet when my son spoke, "Peace, be still," the storm obeyed. The same voice speaks now over your heart. Peace, be still. Healing flows when you receive that peace, when you allow my calm to enter the chaos, when you let go of fear and cling to me. I know that some of you struggle with faith. You wonder if you have enough belief to be healed, but hear me. Healing does not rest on the size of your faith, but on the greatness of my power. Even a mustard seed of trust is enough, for I honor every flicker of hope. Bring me your doubts. Bring me your questions. Bring me even the fragile pieces of your faith. I will not reject you. I will strengthen you. Healing also flows through gratitude. When you lift your eyes from what you lack to see what I have already given, your heart begins to heal. Gratitude opens your spirit to receive more. As you thank me for small mercies, a breath, a sunrise, a friend's kindness, you find that peace multiplies and hope rises. My dear children, a thankful heart is fertile soil for my healing touch. I also remind you that healing can come in community. I place brothers and sisters around you to bear your burdens, to speak life, to pray in faith. Do not walk alone when I have given you family in my body. When 2 or 3 gather in my name, I am in their midst. Healing flows not only in solitude, but also in the love shared among my people. My dear children, healing is more than recovery, it is renewal. I do not simply restore you to what you once were, I lift you to something greater. The caterpillar does not return to crawling after transformation. It soars on wings. So it is with you. When I heal, I bring new vision, new strength, new freedom. You will not return to chains once broken. You will walk in liberty. You will not return to despair once lifted. You will shine with hope. Keep your heart open, for I am always at work. In the breaking of bread, in the quiet of prayer, in the song of worship, in the reading of my word, healing streams flow. As you dwell in my presence, the river of life flows over you, washing, cleansing, renewing. Drink deeply, my dear children, and let your soul be refreshed. Remember, the promise I spoke through my prophet remains. I will restore health to you and heal your wounds. This is not only for Israel of old, this is for you today. Take it as your own. Let it anchor your heart. Let it be the song you sing in the night and the hope you carry in the morning. And so I say again, you are not forsaken, you are not forgotten, you are not beyond reach. My hand is upon you, my love surrounds you, my spirit fills you. You are mine, and in my care you are whole. My dear children, as this time together draws gently toward its close, I want you to linger a little longer in my presence. Do not rush away from the peace you are feeling now. Let it flow deeper into your spirit like a river that nourishes dry land. The words I have spoken over you are not fleeting echoes. They are eternal truths planted like seeds within your heart. Trust that they will grow and bear fruit in the days to come. You have listened to my voice, and I have listened to your heart. I know the weight you carry, the longing for healing that brought you here, and the quiet prayers you did not even know how to form. My dear children, I remind you again, I am faithful to answer, faithful to restore, faithful to bind up every wound. Nothing you have laid before me is too small for my care, and nothing is too great for my power. Picture the light breaking through heavy clouds after a long storm. At first, it is only a faint glow, a thin beam piercing the gray. But then the sky opens, and rays of warmth spread across the earth, chasing shadows away. This is how my healing comes. Some of you are already seeing the first glimmers. Others are still waiting under the heavy clouds. But my promise stands. The sun will break through. Darkness cannot last forever in the presence of my light. Let your soul rest in these words from Scripture. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Hold them tightly, for they are my eternal truth. I am not far, my dear children. I am near, closer than the air you breathe, nearer than the beat of your heart. As you leave this moment of reflection, take my peace with you. Peace is not merely the absence of trouble. It is the presence of my spirit within you. It is like a calm harbor after raging seas, like the hush of evening after a long, noisy day. Peace settles over you when you trust me, when you release the burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Allow that peace to cover your mind, your body, your spirit. I pour out encouragement over you now. Do not lose heart. Even when your path feels uncertain, I am guiding your steps. Even when you cannot see the way, I am the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. Remember what I have promised. I will restore health to you and heal your wounds. Do not doubt these words, my dear children. They are yours to hold, yours to trust, yours to live in. Imagine standing by a river of living water. Its current is strong yet gentle, steady yet refreshing. Bend down and drink deeply, for this river never runs dry. It flows from my throne and carries life wherever it goes. Each time you draw from it, you are renewed. Each time you drink, your soul is refreshed. Let my word and my spirit be that river in your life. Come back to it daily, and you will never thirst in vain. My embrace is always open to you. Picture a father welcoming his children home, arms outstretched, heart full of joy. That is how I receive you every time you turn to me. No matter how far you have wandered, no matter what you have carried, my arms remain wide. Rest in my embrace, my dear children. Do not resist the warmth of my love, for it is the very healing you long for. I want you to walk into tomorrow with courage. The world may still present trials, but you do not face them alone. I go before you, I walk beside you, I remain behind you. My presence surrounds you like a shield. My favor rests upon you like morning dew, and my spirit strengthens you like the rising sun. Even in the darkest valleys, remember that the valley has an end. Every shadow must bow to the coming light. Every storm must yield to the calm I bring. Every wound must surrender to the healing of my hand. Do not give up, my dear children. Do not let despair take root. Lift your eyes to me and see that your story is not finished. I am writing chapters of restoration, chapters of redemption, chapters of joy. I speak hope over you now. Hope that lifts your spirit when weariness weighs you down. Hope that reminds you that suffering will not have the final word. Hope that anchors you when the winds of doubt try to shake you. My hope is not fragile. It is eternal, unshakable, rooted in my resurrection power. Let hope rise in you as surely as the dawn rises each morning. And so I bless you, my dear children. I bless you with peace that surpasses understanding. I bless you with courage to face each day with faith. I bless you with joy that no circumstance can steal. I bless you with the assurance that you are loved beyond measure, chosen without condition, held without end. Carry these blessings with you, not as fleeting feelings, but as living truths. Let them guide you when anxiety whispers lies. Let them comfort you when sorrow presses in. Let them strengthen you when weakness tries to overcome. You are mine, and in my care, you are safe. As this time together closes, I gently invite you to help share my word of comfort and hope. If this message has touched your heart, let others be touched as well. When you like, comment, or share, you are not simply engaging with a video. You are helping my message reach other hearts that are hurting, other souls that are longing for peace. My dear children, let your small act of sharing become a seed of encouragement in the life of another. And if you have not yet subscribed, I lovingly invite you to remain close, to return often, to keep drinking from the well of my word. Subscribe, not out of obligation, but so that each new message may find you like fresh manna in the wilderness, nourishment for your spirit.